Hi everyone. I hope you're all well. I thought today I would start with the drawing, a ink drawing, and then paint it in. And I got this idea because the last video I did was what could become coasters. I did a couple, I could do 4 and then resin them for coasters. But I was just doing these little flowers and thought they looked pretty. So I thought I would do it and then do some painting on top. I love the black and white. I do love black and white, but I thought it'd be nice to see how it would work if I proceeded to color. So I'm just going to start. It's just going to be a tangle of flowers here. So let's just start here, about here, I'd say. And I'm going to draw 1 or 2, and then I'm going to fast forward so that you don't, once you get the idea, then it becomes rather redundant. So I'll just draw a couple. Let me just say I'm going to vary the size of the petals and the direction of the flowers. For no other reason, just to add variety. Okay, so I have one there, and I think I will put one. Let's just have one coming into the painting. And I'm going to vary that and do the whole thing. Leaving some space because I do want to put in my favorite little stems of leaves here amongst these flowers. So I will leave a bit of space for that. So I'm going to, as I said, speed this up a bit. And yeah, then we'll come back when we get to the stems. Okay, so I think you sort of get the idea of what I'm doing here. I'm creating some sort of veining by bringing out my pen from the center and from the top down. And you may notice that after I finished doing that with these two flowers, I decided to come in and do a bit of stippling. So stippling is just a matter of creating texture and values, changing your values with dots. So now this is stippling. And I love what that does for a black and white painting or drawing. So I just wanted to do this one more flower with you so you could understand the point of what I was doing. Bring more stippling in here. And although we're not going for realism really, in real life, around the center of your flower will be, the petals will be darker. And I'm assuming it's because the light doesn't get in there as much. And because it starts with the blossom. So I'm no botanist, so I only have half an idea of what I'm talking about. I think you catch what. I think you're picking up probably what I'm putting down, as the saying goes. I don't even know if people say that anymore, but that's all right. I'm saying it. So yeah, so a little bit of stippling. Again, to add a little more contrast value. Now I'm afraid what's going to happen is I'm going to do this in black and white and I'm not going to want to paint over it. So we'll see. So I'm going to finish that instead of having you watch me do these repetitively. Oh, I do want to do one up. I threw in 3 different flowers. So it's not just these daisy-like flowers. So I will do this flower. As you see, I did 3 petals coming up. I created a sort of bases here, 3 petals coming up. Then I did my center, just because that gives me a gauge for the other petals that are in the back. And then I brought my back petals, I did 4 petals in the back. And as you can see, I brought this line around this front petal, just to give it a sense of depth that you can see it's in the back. So I hope that explains a little bit about what I did here. I think the proof is in the pudding. I know I learn much more by watching than I do by listening. So yeah, I'm a visual learner. And I'm just going to fill in my center here, just so it gives you a better idea of what this is about. In some areas slightly darker than others. Like this would be where a petal may be, you know, a fold may be a little stronger there. And again, a little bit of stippling. This helps create tone too. So I would put more stippling here where I wanted you to see where the petals are, where there's shadow from where the petals are meeting. Okay. Okay, I'm going to leave that at that. With that, I'm going to finish this. Let me just take you, we're getting a snowstorm. I don't know if I mentioned that at the beginning of the video, but I want to show you, this has been snowing for about half an hour. Okay, I was going to show you the snow, but it was just all white. So there really wasn't much, you couldn't see how much snow was there. All you could see was white, so I gave up on that idea. Okay, I'm going to come in with my pastel metallic paints. And I think I'm going to stay with 2 shades of blue, I think. I think I'm going to do this, what is referred to by Paul Rubens. They call this one, what do they call it? Shiny blue. So, now as you see, I'm leaving a little bit of white space there. Again, that will give you a sense of texture and depth. Some of them are going to be a stronger blue than others. I think I'll bring a little bit more in here. Pretty color. Now using this style is it sort of gives you a vintage feel, you know, like vintage wallpaper feel to me. That could just be me. That's what I'm getting though. Make sure I'm in a good angle on the camera. And I think what I'll do is the 3 other flowers, I will do in a darker blue, just for contrast. It's a pretty blue. So yeah, they're calling for 30 to 50 centimeters of snow. 50 centimeters of snow. So much snow. I hate it. I like it for the first couple of hours. It's pretty. Yeah, I need to be living in a more temperate climate. I don't like the winter at all. Thank God I've got my art and crafts, or I'd go crazy. And as we get older, we're just not as brave. I think we've had more experiences, makes us a little more cautious in life. So driving's not much fun for me in the winter. Otherwise, I love driving. I do my best thinking when I drive. And I don't think I'm alone in that. So do you folks find that you do your best thinking when you drive? My best thinking when I drive, and my most relaxed when I'm painting or drawing, creating, period. It just takes you, not to another world, but it just takes you out of your own world. I find I just don't do as much thinking, stressing, worrying. So it's a great therapy for me. I think for a lot of us. Okay, we're getting there. So, as you see, I'm picking up subscribers a little faster now than when I first started my channel. Quite a bit faster, actually. But I'm sitting, as of today, I think 680 subscribers. I would love to get that to 1,000. It's a benchmark for YouTube. I would love to get that to 1,000 in the next few months. So that's my goal. So if you feel like sharing, I would really appreciate that. And part of me wants to leave these black and white, but I'll come in with the darker blue, I think. Yeah, so if you haven't subscribed, if you've stayed with me this long, maybe you could consider subscribing. Okay, now this blue is Deep Interference Blue, which is a darker blue. So I'm hoping you can pick up the difference. Yeah, it's not that much darker. I might have to do 2 layers. Okay. Yeah, I think I have to come in with another layer just to darken that up a bit. It just sort of blended in, didn't it? So I hope you've enjoyed this, and that you press the like button. That is always very much appreciated. I'll tell you, I got a really nasty comment this week, and they knew what they were doing because they didn't comment in the comment section because they knew it would be flagged by YouTube. So they came into my email and gave me a really mean email. I don't know what that was about. It was very mean. So, you know, I get that I'm not a formally trained artist. I have no illusions that I'm going to be the next Rembrandt. But I don't think meanness is called for. I like the idea that we have a warm community here. So when you get something like that, it's just baffling. Okay, I think I'm going to, well, I can keep, I'm going to throw the blow dryer on that for a second because I do want to make these stand out a little more. Now, the only other thing I could do is introduce another color. Let's give it a shot. What the heck, eh? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. I'm going to introduce some Symphony Purple. Okay. Well, it does help those to stand out a little bit. And I like that sort of muted, beautiful color. Sort of gives it that, it enhances that sort of vintage look, I think. That could be wishful thinking. I think it does, though. Okay. Now, is that enough? Or do I need to come in with a little bit more? That may be enough. They do stand out. I'll wait till that dries and then decide if I want to bring in a touch more of the purple. I will come in, though, with my gel pen and get this flowing. I want to put the white. Now this just helps your flowers to pop that much more. Doesn't have to be a whole lot. Better off if they were small. I think we're almost done. I'd be careful because I say that and then go on for another 10 minutes. I should just stop saying that till I absolutely know I'm done. All right, I think that's all our centers. Now let me bring in a little bit more. I'm going to dry that a bit. Bring in a tiny bit more of the purple. Okay, let's do that. Let's do it. I need enough water to make it flow, but I don't want to dilute it too much. I want, this is not a bright purple. There, I think we're done. I think that's it. A little bit of the blow dryer. And take off our tape. So I hope you enjoyed that. It was fun to do. I was asked by a subscriber if I would show the removal of the tape, which I get because I've watched other YouTube creators show the removal of the tape, and it's, I don't know, there's some satisfaction in seeing that. So here we are. Well, I'm glad I got this finished before the power went out. Hopefully the power won't go out, but just in case. And there we have it. Isn't that pretty? I think that's fun. I love to do ink and wash. And I like these flowers. I just like that look. I mean, that's pretty. If that were larger, that could be a painting in itself. I could see that in the back of someone's sofa, or I could see it as wallpaper for that matter. I like it. I hope you enjoyed that. Again, would appreciate a thumbs up, a share, a comment. Love hearing from you all. And yeah, you have a happy day, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye for now.